Before I get into this video, I just want to say my condolences to all the families that lost their children and everybody that lost someone in the 2018 Stoner Douglas High School shooting. Today we're going to be talking about Nikolas Cruz, better yet known as the Parkland school shooter of 2018. Let's do it.
Haha, I'm the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, y'all? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about Nikolas Cruz. Okay? Nikolas Cruz, I'll do a little background on him. He's the one that got arrested in 2018 for being Stoner Douglas High School shooter down here in Broward County, where I'm from. Alright? And I'm not going to get too much into his case or his situation and what he's going through, but for people who are interested, y'all can actually look him up, and his trial is going on right now as we speak, and it's kind of a big thing. Now, I will throw a little bit out there from what I know about it, you know, just in case people have never heard of him. But at the time, Nikolas Cruz was 19 years old, killing 17 people. You feel me? He killed 14 students and 3 adults. All right? And it kind of like shook Broward County, you know, after that, because that made it the largest school shooting in U.S. history. All right? Now, the reason I want to speak on this whole Nikolas Cruz thing is because you got a lot of people who are on this side and a lot of people who are on this side as far as the death penalty goes. Should he get the death penalty? Should he not get the death penalty? All right? Now, me, I'm going to let y'all know how I look at it and how I feel about the whole situation and the way it goes, because a lot of people think him going to prison is the end of him. They think, oh, that's it, it's a wrap, it's over with for him. And me personally, does he deserve the death penalty? Yeah, he does. No hands doubt, no ifs, ands, or buts. He deserves the death penalty. But is that what is best? I feel like he'll get more, you know, out of prison, and more wrongful things may occur due to him being just in prison with life without parole. You see, this is how I look at it, because people think once he goes to prison, people are going to be after him. People are going to harm him. People are going to hurt him. Stuff like that. I don't think so. And the reason for that is because, yeah, he killed some kids, you know what I'm saying? And my condolences to them and everything. But prisoners don't care about that. Especially, he was 19 when it happened. Damn near a child himself. He attended that school. He used to attend the same school that it all went down at. You see what I'm saying? And they're going to look at it like he just, you know, did what he did to people that was in his age bracket. People aren't going to be after him as much as people may think. For the ones who ain't been to prison, that's the reason I'm making this video. Okay? I feel like majority of the gangs are going to want to recruit him. And let me explain. Because, one, they know if he's pushed, he will hurt somebody. He will harm somebody. They're going to look at him like he's a smacker. That's the best way I can explain that. 2, they want someone that's going to push the gang for a long time behind the walls. All right? And what I mean by that is there's people that want to join gangs that can't join a gang because they don't want to bring them home because they're going to be released soon. You understand? They want people who have numbers. They want people that got a long bid. People that are going to be behind that wall for a long time. You feel me? So it's kind of like they're molding this individual to be an actual, you know, I guess you could say a leg of the gang. which means he made him, they're going to try to make him an actual molded part of this gang, not just another person who might go home soon. They're going to try to make it to where he can actually be a part of a gang and have some force and some power behind it while inside of prison. That's what I think will happen, especially because he's down here in Florida. Okay, he's in the same prison system he's going to be going to, and everything is from where I did my time. He's going to be in Florida prison. You understand? And the way it is in there, it's like if they look at you like you are a threat, they don't care what you did. You know, and it's sad, but that's what it is. They don't really care what you did, what you went through. You're here now. We want you. Now, where the bumpiness in the roads may occur for Nikolas Cruz when he goes to prison is him turning down a gang. They may look at it like he's such a threat that since he turned them down and rejected their offer, if they see him associating or being cool with any other gangs or anything like that, they might try to, like, you know, cut him up and stuff like that and get him off the compound because they'll feel like he's a threat. He turned down our offer, but we can't risk him being a part of that organization. Okay? That's what I feel like would really happen. All right? Now, a lot of people, me and my homeboy were going back and forth about it, about the death penalty or just life in prison. My homeboy was like, I'd rather him get the death penalty because if he gets the death penalty, he's going to be a nobody for the last 25 years of his life. He's going to be in the cell and he's going to be a nobody. He's going to rot back there. That could be the case. You know what I'm saying? That could be the case for some people. For some people who ain't built for prison. For some people who ain't built in solitude. Nikolas Cruz himself, all right, before he even did the shooting, before he even announced what was going on, he literally posted a video on YouTube. A video. And you can look it up. All you got to do is look up Nikolas Cruz video. And you can look it up. He literally posted a video. And in the video, he explained how he lived in a life of solitude. He was a loner himself. So getting the death penalty is like securing him away from a lot of other harmful acts. You see? Him getting the death penalty is leaving him out of harm's way. You know? Yeah, he's going to be put to death in 25 years. But once they put him on death row, you're only going to hear if he harmed himself. You're going to hear the day they, you know, put him down. Other than that, you're not really going to hear nothing about him no more. So you kind of feel like, yeah, he's a nobody. But no, really they just threw him in there, covered it up, turned their head on everything. Now, if he's in regular prison, if he's not on death row, people might try to get at him. You know, he's got to intervene with people more. You understand? He's going to have to physically check in, you know, and go PC. And then get out and then go PC. He's going to have to go through these situations. It's more on him. It's less relaxation. When somebody's saying that they grew up in a life of, you know, solitude themselves, they're built to not be around people. And for those that don't know, death row, yeah, it just means you have an expiration date. But you can actually lose your life sooner than 25 years when you're in prison doing life without parole rather than the death penalty. And for those that don't know also, there's a show on Netflix called I Am a Killer. If you watch that show, there is actually an episode of an individual who was at Charlotte CI, the same prison that I did my bid at, that you see majority of my footage at and everything. And he was known for actually killing his bunkie to get put on death row. So there's inmates that want to be put on death row that are serving life, that do all they can to get put on death row because they treat you better on death row. If I was in confinement and I got 3 years, 5 years, and I'm in confinement, or even if I got a life sentence and I'm in confinement, I'm going to get treated without a doubt like shit compared to an inmate on death row. The guards show them more respect. They're more respected. You know, they treat them, they give them things that, you know, that make them feel like their life's valuable, because, you know, this is the end of the road for them. This is where everything's going to settle at. So you get treated better, you get fed better, your plates are bigger, heavier, heftier, and you get canteen. It's like being in confinement, but there isn't no like a limit on the canteen you're allowed to receive. So you got inmates that are lifers that will literally catch a murder charge in prison to get put on death row because they get treated better, and they want it to where I'm tired every time I go to the box, they take my canteen, they take all my stuff, they treat me like I'm someone else and I live here. I'm not going home soon. You see? So I feel like in this situation, the death penalty isn't the best choice. That's how I look at it. And you know how they say, yeah, you know, you take a life, you deserve your life to be taken. I understand that. But to me, 17 people, 14 kids, 3 adults, you know what I'm saying? I look at it like, you know, let him learn from prison itself. Don't just put him in a cell by himself for the rest of his life, because he ain't got to worry about harm. You understand? That's how I look at it. You feel me? Now, let me tell you a little bit more about Nikolas Cruz. Okay? Like I said, he was 19 when he did the shooting. Okay? And like I said, the video, he literally broke down the video and posted it on YouTube before he even did the shooting. He literally put a video up saying his name, saying he's going to be the school shooter in Parkland, Florida, 2018, with my AR and a couple trace rounds. My goal is 20 people. Deadass put a video up on YouTube and still managed to go there and do that. There's been so much different things that have occurred in the school system and occurred in Broward County in general since this situation. That's what makes me want to do this video. You know, I have kids that go to school, you understand? So like, I gotta touch this topic, you know? They've had people that work for Broward County's BSO been fired. They got people that worked for the school board that been fired, had to resign. They've had the officer on duty that was at the school that day that didn't end up, you know, defending the children. He didn't defend the children because he was retiring. And he didn't want to defend the children, or felt like he couldn't defend the children. They done had so much about that dude go on throughout the years. They had it to where he didn't get his pension, then he got his pension. Then they put charges on him, they arrested him, they let him go. There's so many different things that they've done due to this one situation from Nikolas Cruz. You know, why there wasn't no security in the school that let him enter with the AR in his bag. You feel me? If you look it up, you're going to see, because all this is going on right now in Broward County. You feel me? I'm just trying to explain, for the people who don't know how prison is, I'm trying to explain to let y'all know you can't think off rip, oh, he's going to get dealt with once he goes to prison. Because that isn't the case, you know, in my eyes. And from experience and from what I've seen in the same prison system. You get what I'm saying? He might go there and live luxury. He might go there and people worship him. Or he might go there and some gangs want to attack him. You know, I've ran across people that was in there and they actually worked in the law library at the institution I was at. An inmate that was known for killing his teacher in Palm Beach. He was in the same camp as me. You think they cared he did that? No. You feel me? And then you look at it, well, these are kids. Yeah, but he was a kid too at the same time. He was 19. He just became an adult, basically. He was still attending that school around that time. Just got suspended. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, I feel like you can't expect something to happen that you don't know if it's going to happen or not. You know, a lot of people think once he goes there, oh, it's over with, he's fucked. No, he didn't do anything sexually to them children. So at the same time, they might not look at him that bad for this. And I felt like dropping the video and explaining this before, You know, he actually goes there, and people think he's living the rest of his life being tortured or anything like that, because that 9 times out of 10 isn't going to be the case. You understand? And he has a habit, like, he's known for getting into shit, this young little white boy, Nikolas Cruz. It was even on the news where he attacked a Broward County officer in one of the county jails where we were at. You know what I'm saying? Since he's been in there. You feel me? So it's shown if he's pushed, you know, he will break and he will do something. That's why I'm saying, like, a lot of people don't understand. I feel like gangs are going to want to recruit him. Believe it or not. You know, people may not say it now, may not admit it now, but when he's front and center and he's in their presence and they see what he did and what he's capable of and hear about it and all that, they're going to look at it like, oh, we could use him on our team. You feel me? And at the end of the day, it's like he'll find himself in more situations if he got 17 life sentences without parole than he would if he just got the death penalty. I feel like the death penalty is right in some situations. Like, I'm not against the death penalty. Let me make that clear. I'm not 100% with it either. I feel like there's certain people out there that get it, that deserve it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There's certain people out there that do deserve it. You feel me? Is everybody that's gotten the death penalty before someone that deserved it? I can't even answer that, y'all. That's for y'all to actually drop in the comments. Because me, I don't know everybody who's gotten a death sentence. You feel me? But I do know, I feel like him getting the death sentence, him getting the death penalty, I feel like that is a shortcut and the easy way out compared to what he could go through in prison. You see what I'm saying? So it's either way. Like, he could go to prison and nothing happen and they're going to want to recruit him. Or he could go to prison and then people be mad that he don't want to recruit with them and attack him and everything. But it isn't like as soon as he gets there, they're just going to all try to attack him. Like the world thinks. It's not going to go like that in Florida. You get what I'm saying? Because like I said, when he harmed them kids, he was a child himself. So that's what a lot of people are going to look at it as. You know what I'm saying? They're all going to look at it like that. And they're going to know he's got some type of sense because the way he talks and the way he presents himself and everything, you know, they're going to know he ain't dumb. You feel what I'm saying? So they're going to know if we get him on our team, that's like a powerful weapon, a assassin, you know, who knows? He might like the urge of killing now, or he might want some money, or he might want to fit in, or since he's here forever, he's like, fuck it, bro, I'm gonna give him hell while I'm here, and he might want to attack people, and gangs might want to pay him to do that. You see? Because his character, his build, you want to think that of him. You want to think he is the person that is capable of doing this type of stuff. You understand? That's why after the whole shooting situation, he left the campus and went to McDonald's. He went to McDonald's and 7-Eleven and literally sat at the table at McDonald's with a fellow student from his school. Sat at the same table with a student that didn't even know him, that ended up being one of the victims that lives' brother. So the dude was sitting at the table with Nikolas Cruz and didn't even know Nikolas Cruz just was the shooter inside the school and shot his sister a couple times. You see what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't fit that character as a threat. Which means if they put him in regular prison, he'll be walking around and everything, and once they shave his head and all that and everything, he's going to blend in, and people aren't even really going to know who he is unless you physically are paying attention to him. Unless, you know, physically, you're going to see a little white boy walk by and people, you know, might ignore him 9 times out of 10. You see what I'm saying? And this is someone that knew what he was doing, that literally will be like, okay, I'm cool with the dorm, and lay low, and the next thing you know, he'll sharpen some shit and go attack a warden or an officer or maybe the highest member of that gang. You see? So he's a threat because of what he's once done. You see what I'm saying? To people in prison. You know, so that might get him to where he slides and people respect him, or that might get it to where they want to get him off the pound because they don't want him to, you know, team up with another organization. You see what I'm saying? They got videos of this man, Nikolas Cruz, walking into the school with the AR and getting his AR ready and all that, and a student walks by and he tells that student to get the fuck out of here. It's about to get nasty. And he let that student, and then he went in there and was and was popping people. You see what I'm saying? So it's like him doing this type of stuff and it being all over the news and everybody knowing, it's such a devastating, disaster, to the families out there. But people in prison are going to act like it's not that big of a deal. That's my dead ass opinion, is what I feel like, To me, it's wrong. And like I said, I got kids, and I feel sorry for the people at Stoner Douglas and stuff like that, and I pray to God nothing like that ever happens anywhere my children are, and I'm sorry it happened to them people's children, you feel me? But the people on the outside can't really control what goes on the inside, you see? So they think when he goes to prison that he's going to be regretting his whole life, and he's going to, right now, what he is going through on the news, his trial being everywhere and all this different shit, that's going to be the worst part of the rest of his life, is that right there. Being all on the news and all this different shit, him talked about everything, that's going to be the worst part, because he already said himself in the video that he posted before he even did the shooting, he even said himself that he grew up in a life of solitude, which means being in a cell by himself isn't any different from being alone. He's in his head. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like I needed to touch this topic because I want people to know what I think's going to happen when he goes to prison. I want people to know how I feel when it comes to the death penalty or just life in prison without parole in this situation. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not against the death penalty fully. I'm not with it fully either. There's some people that deserve it, some people that don't. I feel like a lot of people that got it would have had a worser experience in prison. You understand? You think about it. If somebody has the death penalty and they did something to children sexually, right? You put them in a cell 25 years for the rest of their life, and then all of a sudden you put them to sleep. What could have occurred to them in there? Now you put them life without parole, and you throw them on that compound in GP, general population. What do you think will happen then? There'll be people getting at him, stabbing him. He'd be getting transferred, shipped. He'd go from institution to institution. He'd have to PC up himself, be put on protective custody. Feel me? And then that runs out. You can't stay on protective custody. They're going to transfer you. And then when you're there, the warden there might be like, well, the person who stabbed you ain't at this institution, and I'm lifting the protective custody order and putting you on the compound. And then get stabbed again, and then get transferred again. So it's like more of a... They got to worry a lot. You feel what I'm saying? As much as people act like they don't want the death penalty, a lot of them do, believe it or not. They play the role like, man, at the end of the day, man, I apologize for my doings and this and that and everything. But no, they low-key be wanting that. You see what I'm saying? They low-key be wanting the death penalty. And then there's people that will say they deserve to be put to death and all this for my wrongdoings. I regret everything I did and all that. And in reality, they just want you to feel more like, yeah, let's give it to them, because they know they deserve it. And then when they land there, now I get to live in peace these next 25 years. You see what I'm saying? That's what made me want to come on here. For those that don't know about Nikolas Cruz, look him up. YouTube, Google, and you will see that the trial is going on right now as we speak. It is something accurate, current, and it is trending. Now, they even had people that survived the shooting stand up in court and show their scars from 4 years ago. You see the bullet holes and shit. And people are telling their stories. You see? So you got to look at it. For him to do all this, make the news, to be in jail, to attack an officer, you really think him getting put in prison, that the inmates are going to just have at him when he gets there? Ask yourself that. Do you literally think people are going to be after him when he goes to prison? Maybe the people that have family members, you know, from the families on the streets, maybe they got family members in there. Or maybe the uncle of someone that was in another classroom at that school or something's in there. Or, you know, there'll be certain situations that'll get thrown at them. Don't get me wrong. But it isn't going to be like deer meat. He arrived, let's get him. No, it's not going to be like that. And the world thinks it is because a lot of people don't know how prison really is. So I wanted to get on here and speak how I feel. And me, I'm going to be, my honest opinion of what I feel like should happen to Nikolas Cruz is I feel like he should have the worst prison experience possible. Just due to the fact that, like I said, he was a kid when he killed them kids. But I look at it from a dad's point of view. You know what I'm saying? And it was so close to home, it was in Broward County, that it could have been one of my kids' schools. It could have been my niece's school. It could have been my nephew's. It could have been someone I know's school. You understand? So I look at it like, I don't want y'all to just lay him down easily. I don't want him in a cell all alone, you know, sitting there, you know, have his good days and his bad days. Some days he'll be dwelling, have his arms crossed and he'll have his head down and he'll be miserable that he's in the box. And then some other days, you know, he's going to crank up, amp up and be like, shit, it is what it is. He's going to order him a radio. They're going to give him a radio. He's going to be tuned out. He's going to be in there. I'm telling you. You see what I'm saying? So I'd rather his ass be on the pound and roll the dice with it. See what happens. See the goods and the bads he goes through, because he's going to go through some shit, whether it's good or bad. But on death row, out of 100%, he's got a fucking 4% chance of having a bad experience. He will only be alone for the rest of his life. That's it. That's all it is. And then it isn't like he gets 100 years back there. 25 years. He'll be alone for 25 years. You feel me? I feel like that right there is considered a slap on the wrist out of what could literally go down if you just gave him 17 life sentences. You feel me? That's how I look at it. You feel me? But anyways, y'all, like I said, all y'all got to do is look Nikolas Cruz up. You can get more of the story and see how it is. And it's kind of crazy. He literally shook Broward County when he did this on Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you can't change what's already been done, but there's a lot of copycats out there. You see what I'm saying? He was a copycat. You know, he did the same thing on the same date as another school shooter back in the day. You feel me? So they call it Copycat Day. And literally, people got to be more secured and schools take it more serious and shit be like on lockdown, and they take it more serious on that same day, every day, every time it comes. That the next year they take it serious because there's always some type of copycat. There's always someone that wants to do what he did or act like they're gonna do what that last one did, but even better. You see what I'm saying? So it shook Broward County, especially when you got kids. You got to worry about shit like this. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this video on up. I just want to let y'all know what I think would happen when Nikolas Cruz goes to prison. Let's not leave out that he already pleaded guilty October of last year. Okay, he's been in there over a year after, since he's already pled guilty. And now they're just going through the trial. So it isn't, is he guilty, is he innocent? It isn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? He already pled guilty and everything. And now they're just seeing what they're going to end up doing with him. Feel me? Y'all drop in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think. This ain't normally a type of video I do speaking on someone else or anything that they got going on. But it's prison related because I'm letting y'all know I don't think he's going to get spared in prison. Like people, you know, are going to actually, you know, be at him or not be at him. You feel me? I don't think he's going to, if he's on the compound with GP general population, he could be spared, he could not be spared. If he gets the death penalty, I feel like they're sparing him. That's how I look at it. So I feel like if they give him the death penalty, he's spared. If they don't, he ain't spared. That's the only way I can look at it. Y'all drop it in the comment section. Y'all let me know. For anyone who knows about the situation, for anyone that's done heard about it or anything, drop your 2 cents, because people in the comments love chatting back and forth and love seeing what you have to say about this stuff. Anyways, man, my condolences once again to everybody at Stoner Douglas, the families, you know, that went through this tragedy. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Until next time, y'all hit that like, subscribe button. Keep them squares, rats, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, clout chasers all out your circle. Till next time, it's the one and only Frog.